This channel is supported by my online courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner, as well as my books, including my new book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surfboat and Kayak. You can learn more at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon. Okay, 6 months of the year, I live right where that top arrow is. St. James City, Florida, and September 28th, 2022, we got hit by Hurricane Ian. It made landfall with sustained winds of 150 miles an hour, a strong Category 4. What made it worse is it basically stalled for about 3 hours, and it sat us right on that eye wall. And it's a giant, giant storm that was about 250 miles in diameter, about 5 times the size of Andrew. And swirling counterclockwise just pumped in lots of water, and the wind speeds around my house were generally 120 to about 140 miles an hour. So yeah, I've got a manufactured home there. You call it a mobile home. I've got a flat skiff, got kayaks. So what do you do to prepare for something like that? Especially since you're not there when it's coming, so you have to prepare way in advance. So we're going to take a look at that here. I'm going on to Pine Island right now through Matlacha. It is absolutely devastated. Both sides of this road were restaurants and shops and so forth. It's all gone. All right, working my way along here. Where I'm driving right now, this was completely washed out. This was water just a few days before, and they've filled it in, and this is 5 hours after the road is opened. Well, I'm shocked that I'm just driving on here like this. Not, I guess it really is just plain old open at this point. Oh, it smells so bad. Sewage smell. All right, so I'm gonna start working my way into the neighborhood here, and there's a boat yard up here, and I've seen from the aerials, oh my God, there were boats all over. This one was in the road. I think it was anyway. This one up way up in there. I mean, this was, oh my God, and this was all boats here. I'm just going to take my time. I do not. So one of the things my neighbor warned me about is flat tires. I got lots of Fix-A-Flat, make sure my spare is okay. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to go real slow here. I don't want to hit anything. Oh my God, it's just freaking total devastation here. The sad thing, obviously I don't know everybody in the neighborhood, but some of these people are I consider my friends. This one guy up here I know who lost his house. I mean, he's the guy you want in your neighborhood because he's gonna take care of things, and I'm really having trouble getting my bearings. I mean, I recognize, like, this guy's canoe here, and oh my God. And my friend Ben's beaver tail, he has graciously shown me how to use my boat in the shallow waters. People are out and around. Hey, here's one of my neighbors. These people all came in by boat a couple days earlier.
Hey, John.
Boy, this sucks, huh?
Boy, does it. Hey, you were tied down good on the boat.
People laughed at me about that, People laughed at me about tying the boat down. It worked.
I tied mine to the power pole down there.
Yeah. That worked?
Yeah. Well, it swung it around. It still swung around completely.
Yeah.
And it would have been gone if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. All right, well, let me see what I'm going to see here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to walk through the boat. This was shot the following morning, but then I'm going to get back to where I first got to the house and go over what that looked like. All right, so this boat just survived a couple of hours of 110 to 120 mile-an-hour winds and Hurricane Ian. Much of my neighborhood is destroyed. This block did very, very well, but I mean, the houses are literally missing a couple of streets over, roofs torn off. Boats are all over the place, like toys. So how did this flat skiff make it? It made it because I leave this place like a big hurricane's coming, And some people laughed at me that I was doing this, but these are like 2-foot anchors screwed into the ground. 1, 2, another one under there, 3, 4, 5. There's probably 6 of them screwed into the ground, heavy duty straps. You can see this one's even cable locked onto there, plus of course I've got a hitch lock over there. But from research I did, they said don't leave your boat on the lift. Some people got away with that, a lot of people didn't get away with that. They said don't leave it on the lift. They said secure it very well to the trailer, and then secure the trailer very well to the ground, and that's what I've done. And here it is. It's here. No worse, not too much worse for the wear. Anyway, so yeah, that's my experience trying to leave a boat down in Florida and have it get hit by a hurricane, and how do you come back and still have it? Yeah, I drilled those ground anchors in years earlier because I'm not here in the summer, and in case a hurricane came, I wanted the boat to be protected. Hey, my neighbor's boat did well on the lift. However, one of their pilings pulled up a little bit. That was one of the problems with leaving the boat on the lift. Some of the lifts got destroyed, other pilings got ripped up, all kinds of things. Let's freeze it here for a second. Okay, on that piling, that beige box, that's the remote box, the gem remote to control the lift. Below that is a breaker for that. Below that is the light switch to control the dock lights, and then there's the outlets beneath there for dock power. I really think part of that beige box went underwater. I know for sure everything below it went underwater, including the dock lights. Now, one electrician told me anything that went underwater had to be replaced. The electrician who did the original work on this said test everything, and in most cases it's going to all just work fine. I tested everything, and he was right. The lift, the lights, everything worked perfectly, even the remote. So that was unexpected. So this is actually next to the parking lot where I get a lot of my takeout food, and this is where the total big yachts and sports fishermen are ending up. And wow, I mean, there's some beautiful, or once beautiful boats here. And they all have insurance company stickers on them. I guess they've been totaled. You could see that big one to the left there, straight in front of us now, that's gone underwater. You could tell by looking at the hull. There's all different kinds of damage on these boats that, people come from all over the country. Look at Minnesota, they come from all over to come here. Look at that beautiful sport fisherman right in the front. Yeah, just God, such big, beautiful boats. And yeah, the storm didn't go where it was supposed to go. It was supposed to go at least another 40 miles north of where it went, and it really, I don't know whether these came out of Fort Myers Beach, possibly, because I don't get to see these large ones where I live, but yeah, just absolutely amazing, the devastation to these once fine craft. Yeah, here's another look from a different angle coming in on these. And here's one that, this is how these boats are getting here. So here's one that's literally being pumped to keep it afloat. There's some pumps going, and what they'll do is they'll grab it with the crane and add it to the collection. There's this giant crane that you can see from like everywhere now, and it's so tall. And yeah, they just lift these boats, and they're collecting them here for the insurance company and storing them, and just really an amazing thing to look at. Now, tragically, this is what became of a lot of the homes in my neighborhood. It really depended on whether they were built. There were new building codes around 1995 or 96. I don't know the exact date. And if you were built before the codes, you were not elevated high enough to escape flooding. The construction wasn't up to what the codes are now, and really sad, because these beautiful homes, people took really good care of these places, but they just didn't make it through. And my home was built in 2019, and let's see how that one came out. All right, so part of this is for insurance purposes too. They definitely want to see all the damage beforehand. That's a little worrisome. There's a pipe fixture down there. This is right back at the beginning of the video where I've just gotten to the house. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about, my neighbors. These gas cans, I saw them the other day. They were not, I tied anchors to my gas cans and they were still way out in the driveway. And somebody brought them in for me. Yeah, I had seen the pictures of the gas cans online on a Facebook group. All right, let's go just take a walk around a little bit. You know, like I don't see like weeds and shit on top of the thing here. Huh. Well, looks like I didn't lose my crab trap. What the hell is this? It's just, this is the mud all dried. Oh my God, look across to that used to be such beautiful green over there. Hey, my neighbor's boat did pretty well, looks like. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna lose one kayak. I tied down, I think what I did is I tied down, looks like I lost a tandem kayak. Oh shit. I think it's underneath the Hobie. Look, so this is a Hobie, and this is my Prowler Trident. Look at that underneath. I got a tandem. Got my tandem. I didn't lose any kayaks. I may have cabled all of them together and then secured them to the ground. This is going to be totaled. I don't expect it to pour out. Ugh. Ugh. Oh boy, this is disgusting. You know, obviously I'm not going to attempt to start it. It's got 4,000 miles on it. The seats are wet. Oh God, it's terrible in there. Oh, there's pooled water in the back. Air conditioner unit. Nice and high, nice and high. Probably okay. All right, let me pause here. Yeah, this is huge that this is elevated. Now, this home built in 2019 had to be elevated to 7 feet, which meant this also had to be elevated. So then when the power came on, that thing fired right up. The ducts were not under the house or up in the attic. And this is huge because in Florida, the big risk is mold. Mold will destroy your home. But as soon as power came on, that thing kicked right in, could dry the house right out. All right, note the storm shutters on the windows. Every window, every door on this home has a storm shutter. If during a severe windstorm you break a window, that will force pressure into the house. That's how you lose your roof. Siding, all good on this side. Boy, it smells. This here is because, you know, emergency service has been going around entering homes, and I'm guessing my neighbor probably put this up there, indicating nobody needed to go in. So he's a super guy. Yeah, search and rescue is actually breaking into the houses, breaking glass, breaking through doors to get in, check for bodies and things and for sick people. So the neighbor who did that was huge, and I had never met him before. He was new to the neighborhood. That's the kind of people that are here. The guy across the street from me, a lifelong Central Floridian who rents his house out, and I don't see that often. He came over by boat, went all around my house, took pictures and sent them up to me so that I would have some peace of mind to know that, you know, the home was in pretty decent condition. Just really great people. I got a flat, and I called St. James City Auto, and the guy wasn't there, but he called me when he went to his business, gave me directions how to get there, because I had never been there before. I was not a customer of his. And he fixed my flat and told me about how he lost like $100,000 worth of uninsured tools. Then he would not take any money for fixing the flat because he thought everybody needed to help everybody at that time. Just amazing. Here we go. All right. Let's make sure his camera's running. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's going to be really dark in here. It's definitely no... I mean, I shouldn't jump to... You know what? The smell is good. This house has had, since we've gotten it, like a new house kind of smell going on. And that's what it is. It's that new house smell. But, you know, all right. So it's, you know, how... Oh, my God. It's... All right, let's not get too excited. What we got here? Yeah, it's a crappy paint job. Yeah, sure, it's a dungeon. Oh man, don't tell me my light's gonna go out. You know, I'm just looking for, you know, roof problems. You know, leakage. I'm looking for leakage. This is like my house, you know. It's okay. It smells so disgusting outside. So here's one of the things I wanted to know right here, and you know, I think I got my answer. You know, it's obviously dry. Water did not. You know, this is good. This is nice and dry. So here's something I was worried about. So my thought was, when we thought it flooded, I was like, oh, I worried. I ruined the Minn Kota because it was on the floor. Too bad I didn't put it on the bed. It's fine. It's just fine. Okay, and let there be light. And so this is that Cool Fly power station that I showed on a video a couple months back. So look, it's got some use, right? If the lights went out, then you could use it. And this is just going to get me started here. I'm going to get a generator set up, which I've never done before, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, we have no electricity, no water, no sewer. This is the next morning. This is very exciting. Off my generator, I've got the humidity down to 45% on this dehumidifier. And this is relatively dry. So yeah, I've got a generator running outside. I've got an air conditioner unit, fan. Actually slept comfortably last night. And yeah, I've got lights from both the power thing and the generator. And hey, you know, it's fairly comfortable. The house is, you know, it's good. But I got a lot of work to do. Okay, I had roof damage, exposed plywood, missing shingles. I knew this from NOAA imagery that they put up. There's a piece missing there. Definitely water could get in. I'm very proud of this. I did it all myself. Took about a day and a half, but I tarped that roof, and it was a good thing. And here's why I was really pushing hard the last 2 days to get the roof done. Got the roof done about noontime today, and looks like it's going to get tested right off the bat. And you know, I was lucky. There was no rain between the storm and now, and I did everything I could to get down here as soon as possible to get that work done, and just beat it by I don't know, 6 hours, I guess. The other big piece of work that had to be done. This is underneath the home. That is a vapor barrier with that pink Corning insulation in there, but it is filled with water. This is how close it came to getting in the house. It got the insulation wet, but the water did not get in the home. That was the same for all the homes on my block. So I took about 2.5 days underneath that home. It was the worst job ever. It was 88 degrees every day. Real field temperature about 100. It was just terrible, but all of that had to come out of there, else mold was going to get in the house. And remember, no shower, right? No water, no toilet, nothing. But there's always a way. So I haven't seen this part of town. This is all the places to go out and eat. The Ragged Ass Saloon, and one of my favorites is Tiki Bar down here. Low Key Tiki. I can eat out over there and have good food for about half the price of what it costs on Long Island. Hey, the general store doesn't look bad. Rumor has it that there's there are showers at a church. Holy underneath. Those would be showers. Praise be. Look at that water. Yeah, so I just got a shower. Boy, is that appreciated. It's like 88 degrees and I'm working on the roof all day, working under the house. They've got trailers set up here. There's no water, so in the house. Ooh, I felt good. But the shower came at a price. That's how I got the flat. But like as I mentioned, the local business fixed it for me. 4.5 months later, many of the homes that you saw at the beginning of the video are no longer there. They're empty lots. You can still see a lot of debris that gets picked up. FEMA has picked up the debris, and various agencies have ripped homes down. Things are starting to recover slowly. You see some people there will get these storage units, put their belongings in there, and then gut their homes and rebuild from the inside. And hey, there's a new home right there. New ones are starting to come in. The place is starting to recover. All right, I hope you found this useful. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And check out my online courses at saltstrong.com/Skinner. And don't forget my new book, Fishing the Edge, Techniques and Tales from Surfboat and Kayak, available at johnskinnerfishing.com and on Amazon.